That unparalleled feeling of meeting an old friend and catching up on your shared love for watches is something special. Amidst all the chaos, I was lucky enough to find 30 Minutes and Wonders. Hello and welcome to another episode of Luxe Insider with me, your host Anita Khatri. Today, in the finale episode of our Watches and Wonders 2024 series, I have the pleasure of sitting down with an old friend and industry expert, Brice Lechevalier. Brice is the editor-in-chief of GMT and Skippers, publication he co-founded in 2000 and 2001 respectively, and is a true connoisseur of the watch world. Without further ado, I am excited for you to tune into our conversations. Let's dive in. Thank you, Brice, for joining us on Luxe Insider with Anita Khatri. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Anita, for having me. We've known each other for such a long time. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Yes, and it's like a fag end of the exhibition, and we are exhausted, I am aware, so appreciate your time. So, what have you seen, Brice? Since you have been a veteran in this industry, what have you seen? The trends? Is there any piece that caught your attention?
Well, a lot of pieces, because we've seen so many beautiful things this year. You can't say really that there is a trend, because, the only thing which stand out maybe was a number of skeleton pieces, a bit higher than usual, and maybe a lot of green dials, but or else you couldn't really see. I mean, there was simple, easy to wear watches, but also we've seen the most complicated watch in the world this week. And maybe this was quite an achievement with Vacheron Constantin.
Sure.
It was the first day of the week where they showed us this
Berkeley's complication.
Yes,
right?
63
complications.
282,877 components.
And it took them 11 years to develop it.
Yes, so it's huge, and it's also a beautiful story between a watch collector and
a brand.
And so I think it was really interesting to start the week with this piece, because it's also world first.
With the Chinese perpetual calendar.
Exactly,
first, yes.
Exactly. I can see that you were at the manufacturer Vacheron Constantin as well in the beginning of the week.
I was at the booth and I was very impressed with the piece, so I went, spent some time and understood all of that. But I don't know, Brice, I felt there are more brands who are focusing on doing smaller sizes.
Yes, true.
And I also found that 39mm seems to be the favorite of everybody.
You're right.
So these were the two things that strike me. When it comes to skeleton watches, yes, there are skeleton watches. I also felt that all of them have stuck to their roots. They have done fabulous pieces. They have done interesting pieces, but nobody has actually done something which is, something which is out. Something which is not, everybody is grounded to their roots and they're taking the inspiration from there. Would you agree with?
Well, I agree with the smaller sizes, and even a brand like Doxa, they do quite massive, diverse watches, and now they came with that brand new T200 with a 39mm and a 39mm dial, case, and a green dial with a very affordable price. So this was a bit the opposite of the Vacheron Grande Complication.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it illustrates the two trends, smaller size and also green dials.
Yeah, green dials. Yeah, green is everywhere. There's no doubt about it. But then there are some brands like IWC. They have done some dune. They have some nice colors, which is dune. There's some fresh blue, which is beautiful. I think IWC's Portuguese Eternal Calendar is also something spectacular.
Yes.
You have Minerva at Mobla also, which is spectacular. Watches have been very, very interesting. I do not see a specific trend other than that. Green was in even last year, I think.
You're right with the pastel, soft colors.
Soft colors, yes, pastel colors, yes.
So, and also at Patek, they've got now these new pastel dials, which are really nice,
Yes.
really enjoyable to look at.
And they have it in denim strap.
Yes.
That's even more it's a world timer, which is in denim strap. It's like unreal, but yeah, it's true.
For Patek, it's quite unexpected, yes.
Yes, right?
So we will see, because some watch collectors are a bit doubtful about it.
Is it?
Yeah, I heard some voices which are not totally in line with this special strap, but we will see. Usually Patek, they don't make mistakes. So
What else? What other voices have you heard? Which you can tell me now? It's like, which I may have not heard.
Well, this year is very specific in Geneva. It's the first time you've got so many brands which are exhibiting.
Exactly.
Because you've got 54 brands here in Watches
Right.
in Wonder. You've got 45 brands at Beau Rivage Hotel.
Yes.
You've got around 50 brands in Time to Watches at the head. And you also have another 20-25 brands exhibiting a bit everywhere in the city. There was also a big popular movement. I mean, a lot of enthusiasm in the street on Thursday night during.
Did you attend it?
The official. I went through. I
You
went through the crowd.
Because I couldn't attend.
And just to see, to witness what it was like. So, and people in Geneva, they are really happy about this. For once, there is something going on for the public during the watch fairs. And also brands here, exhibitors, they were quite happy with this initiative of Watches and Wonder. And there is like an emulation everywhere in the city, professional, private. So maybe it's a bit early to say, but I think they managed to do something really enjoyable and interesting with a lot of content for all kind of publics.
I didn't know that they did this because it was for the end public. During
Yes.
Watches and Wonders, there's something for even the end public.
It's called In the City,
Okay.
and that's for the public. And today and tomorrow and on Monday, the public can come in Watches in Wonder as well.
Okay.
So there were both activities and an educational program in the city, which is free to enter. And here today, it's available. I mean, the public can access. They've got to pay something to the entrance.
Yeah, there's a
but
ticket.
public can access. So I think this is very important, and we will have to wait for the feedback of the exhibitors, because in the end they finance for everything.
Correct.
But I think I've got the feeling that there is a good mood, a positive welcome of that new dimension.
Do you miss Basel? I miss at times, but I just was very keen to ask you because we come from the same scenario.
Yes.
So
Now, what I miss from Basel World is when everyone comes out of the fair at night and gathers on Messeplatz,
yes.
and everyone has a beer and can talk to one another.
Networking kind of thing.
Exactly, networking and casual, relax. And this was something which was very special and enjoyable in Basel World after the fair.
Correct.
When you can mix with everyone.
True.
And here, this is the only thing which is missing, I think. And maybe it will come.
Yeah,
next year.
I'm sure they're going to listen to this and get that feedback. Maybe they will.
Maybe we will make a big GMT party to get everyone together.
Oh wow, that's even interesting. Great. Which is your personal favorite watch that you saw this time?
Favorite watch? Well, I've got a favorite. I've got several favorite watches, depending on the category.
Okay, so
simple,
there are some
sports,
pieces.
classical, complication.
So which got you impressed the most? Like, you know, we've seen so many watches, right? From Oris, Montblanc, Ravenville, Languezone, you know, Piaget, Panerai.
Yes.
I don't know.
Well, maybe if we look it that way, we had the most complicated watch with Vacheron
Vacheron Constant.
and which is also huge.
Pocket watch, yeah.
And on the other side, we had the thinnest watch in the world
Yes.
with the Octofinissimo of
Bulgari.
Bulgari, 1.7 millimeters. So 1.7 millimeters.
Yeah,
it's
very
almost like this.
Yes. And it weighs hardly any grams. I don't recall how many, but it was very light.
Super light.
Yes.
And this is a complication in itself when you manage to make a COSC certified movement in a 1.7 millimeter case.
Absolutely.
That's something really, really incredible. Even Piaget with their Altiplano Ultimate, it's 2 millimeters
Yes.
thick with a flying tourbillon. So
Correct.
this is also very impressive.
Yes.
So this is one style. And this is an achievement because if you manage to do that, it means you've got an incredible savoir-faire know-how. But we were talking about skeleton watches.
Yeah.
So the Streamliner skeleton tourbillon,
Okay.
it's the first skeleton watch for Moser. You know, Moser, they do normally beautiful, colorful dial. And for the first time, they come with this skeleton tourbillon watch in their Streamliner collection, which is a very, very sought after collection by the watch collectors, the Streamliner. So this, I like it a lot. And Moser, what they do, it's a niche independent brand, but coming bigger and getting bigger and bigger. And very successful, very interesting, very intelligent, the way they built their collections.
Yes, that's true.
And the team is fantastic. I think it's also very important that you have the strength, you have a strong brand, you have beautiful products, and you have a good team. When you are in the
Deadly combination.
when you are in the industry, the three are as important. I mean, each part, the team, the product, the brand, everything is as important of the other. So this was quite cool. Also, almost the same category of niche independent brands, though they have a much smaller production. De Béthune, they also came with Grande Complication on two faces of the watch. And beautiful, not too thick. This was really. So this is something to discover. But I think I've got to go through my notes because we've seen
we saw
12,
even
15, 20,
Yes.
25 watches per day.
Did you see Olisna? There's a Freak?
The Freak, yes.
Freak-S Nomad. Freak-S Nomad.
Yes, exactly.
It is also having two oscillators.
Yes,
It's one moment. It has one vertical differential,
yes.
which is inspired from the auto industry. And I believe it's a fabulous piece. I don't know how many 69 components, if I'm not mistaken, in that. And it has, I think 69 components. I am sure of that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But the Freak, yes. The Freak is
but it's a great piece, even that. I think even Tagore did a good amount of pieces, which were very, very interesting. Tagore. Even the Carrera, the Monaco, that's fabulous, isn't it?
You mean the Rattrapante?
Yeah.
Yes,
the Rattrapante.
yes.
Even Parmigiani, for that matter.
Well, Parmigiani is so elegant what they do.
Yes.
Very pure. It's like Parmigiani purity. To me, it sounds it's the
That's
same.
true. It's
And again with pastel.
yes.
Pastel
Pastel,
colors.
yes.
And it's so sober. They have a model. They call it the no date.
Yes, the no
date because
yes.
it's only two hands. But when you look at it, you say, oh, you fall in love. It's so beautiful. Tag Heuer, there is something. tag heuer is very dear to me, and it's.
I see that you're wearing a tag heuer.
One of the most successful and important brand in the world.
Yes.
So today it's this year is the 24th anniversary of GMT.
Okay.
GMT magazine.
Congratulations.
And thank you very much. And tag heuer, they do a lot of watches. They've got a big production, and they agreed to make a limited edition of 24 Carrera Twin Time GMT, numbered 1 to 24, for the 24th anniversary of GMT. So it was really
that's fabulous.
Watch I've got here.
That's the watch you're wearing?
Yes, this is my own. We've just launched it this week during Watches in Wonder.
Oh, you launched only this week?
Yes, so it is the color of the dial is unique. It's only for GMT readers, and
it's like a little bit of chocolate brown, but it's not exactly brown
bronze, chocolate. Depends on the light, actually.
Yes, that's true.
And there is a 24 very small on the dial, GMT very small in the dial because it's a GMT function. This is why they decided to do that.
Oh, there's a GMT function, okay.
Yes, there is a second.
Third hand underneath, right?
Yes, and normally
with the arrow.
Normally, the color of the hand is red, and here they made it blue. So it's small details, but very enjoyable. And the watch is very elegant, simple, but only 24 pieces.
Fabulous.
This is cool. Yes, I'm very thankful to tag heuer.
And how's it priced?
So the standard model, the Carrera Twin Time, it costs 3,700.
Okay.
If you buy it in the boutique, and here our special edition, it's only 3,900. So it's slightly above the standard price, which is which is great because it's the first time they have a limited edition of 24 pieces. It's numbered, engraved in the back. So
yes.
Really cool. So we were really happy to unveil it this week.
Congratulations once again. And what about Cartier Reflection? Did you see Cartier Reflection?
Yes. Well, Cartier, they are strong on so many pillows.
True.
They launched 77 or 66. I'm not sure if it's
I don't remember how many pieces they launched. All I remember is the Reflection left an impression on me. So I do remember Reflection. And then, of course, like you, I have to also look at my notes to figure out who has done what, because there have been so many brands, so many things that we have done. Chopard also has so many things that we discovered.
Chopard, they made an excellent job. Also in, I don't know if you saw the Luxe forest green.
I didn't see it.
Okay.
I was it was my bad luck. I didn't see it. I saw the other pieces, art jewelry pieces, but I didn't see it.
Okay,
so tell me more about it.
The Luxe forest green, it's green again. Beautiful, very elegant, very classic, and from an aesthetic point of view, I think it's a success, and also it has a look movement inside. So you've got both aesthetical and technical stuff. Sides which are really well made. So Chopard, they made a good collection this year.
So did Zenith. I don't know whether you saw Zenith Defy collection
of course.
And the color and the Al Primero, of course. But they also have a green in their collection with orange.
We've got green everywhere.
Yeah, we got green everywhere, surrounded everywhere by green. Yeah.
Zenith, yes, they unveiled a beautiful diver, super dive.
Super Defy divers, Defy diver.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Very colorful.
Very colorful. One is orange and one is the Extreme Diver. Revival Diver is the orange color.
Yes.
And the Extreme Diver is in
with blue and a lot of colors.
Blue and other colors. And did you see that there are many brands playing around with material as well?
Yes, you're right.
So there are a lot of materials that I saw.
Ceratec, Carbotec, a lot of new materials.
Yes.
At the same, I will have to go through my notes because they all have different names.
Correct.
Sometimes mixing concept of materials
Correct.
between ceramics, carbon, titanium.
Gold, titanium. And a lot of titanium with titanium has always been a favorite for the watchmakers, and it is because of this obvious reason. It's light in weight and easy to work. But
Panerai launched a new material also.
yes, Panerai also launched a new material.
For their submersible,
Yes,
because they are involved with the America's Cup this year
Correct,
with
yes.
Luna Rossa,
Yes,
and they took innovation from they made a lot of innovation in the materials. You're right.
Correct.
There are some
You're
other brands, but
yeah.
it's a field which is always interesting for brands. It's light, it's more resistant. So for the client, for the consumer, it's also interesting to know about that.
Overall, what you felt about the exhibition, though?
About
The entire Watches and Wonders 24 this year? What you felt? You're exhausted, I know.
no, this
But
doesn't
besides
matter.
the
Next week
exhaustion,
it will
what
be
else you
over.
find?
A couple of good nights. And
Good for you. I will have to go home and maybe we relax. We have another massive thing happening in the country. So
Yes. So overall, we can see a lot of creativity, and we can also see that there is a light slowdown in the consumption. And
is it?
yes,
You see the slowdown?
we can hear it from retailers, and we can hear it from the brands.
Where?
that
In Europe, in America, or Europe?
Overall,
In Asia also?
overall, but we can. I mean, I also heard a lot of brands saying they've welcomed a lot of Indian people, a lot more Indian people than before. But overall, yes, there is a small decrease in the demand on the watch market.
In the last 3 months?
In the last 4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months. Last year has been fabulous for them.
Yes, well, last year was a record. But now, yes, we could hear that retailers were a bit more cautious.
Okay.
They like watches, but they don't order as many as expected.
Oh, is it?
Well, I don't know. This is what we've
You
heard
hear.
on several booths. So hopefully it won't last.
Yes, but I am also, Brice, from whatever years that we have been in this industry, we have also seen that everything which is going up steadily, you don't want to remain
yes.
going up. It has to have an effect which is in economics. It will probably ease down and maybe even go down.
Yes, there are
But
ups and downs.
Ups and downs, but we don't know whether it will go down. I personally feel, coming from India, I feel the next 4 or 5 years belong to India for sure. And I don't know whether next 10 years I can say, but definitely for 4 or 5 years, India is going to boom. But if you had to pick up 1 or 2 watches for yourself from Watches and Wonders, which it would be?
I've already picked up one.
Tag, yes. And which will be your next one?
The next one, I will probably go to H. Moser.
H. Moser.
Yes.
Fabulous.
And probably their Citrus Pioneer model, which has a very, very, very colorful dial. It's very joyful when you see it and you smile.
Fabulous.
This is the one I would probably go for.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I hope you get it.
I will ask them and see when. There is no emergency, but
I in fact forgot just now when you're speaking to me, I forgot about Hermes. What do you have to say on Hermes? Hermes also launched such a fabulous watch. It was the Sept Tourbillon.
Ah, yes.
Which was that watch?
Arceau Central Tourbillon.
Yeah. Arceau Central Tourbillon? I don't know. It was a very nice watch.
Maybe the minute repeater.
Yeah, a minute repeater. You're right.
24 pieces.
Yes, 24 pieces. Wasn't that also very, very impressive piece? Now, since I asked you which watch you would buy, that time I got myself thinking as to if you had to ask me which watch I have to buy, it got me thinking, and then I recalled Hermes.
Hermes, and you saw they also launched this new collection.
New collection,
Cut.
yes.
It's both round and square. It's
Exactly.
very well. The case is very interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Did you find it interesting?
Yes,
Do you think
I like
you would
it.
buy that?
Well, for my love, yes,
Yes, absolutely. I agree
because
with you
it's
as
more
well.
it's more ladies' watch. I mean, they don't classify it as ladies' watch. It's men, and actually, apparently, there are men ordering it.
Men are ordering the...
The cut.
Yeah?
Apparently, yes.
Okay.
39 millimeter You've got probably not the set version, but yes, the Hermes cut is cute.
Yes. And I don't know whether you got a chance to go to the lab. I went to the lab and I kind of discovered there are all startups.
Yes.
And interesting things like, tracking your watch, how to keep your watch. It's very good. That was, I found it very impressive.
Yes, that's
for the
part
collectors.
That's part of the ecosystem of Watches and Wonder.
Yes.
I think it's good how they try to put some cultural dimension into the fair.
Anything that you would like to ask me? And then,
I mean, what did impress you in particular during that week? What would you remind as your best souvenir of the fair?
Best souvenir of
Best
the
memory,
fair
yes.
is talking to you right now. Well, I think I just loved the creations that I've seen this time. I would say that not 1 minute which was invested in any of the watches is a waste.
No.
It was fabulous. So for me, that's something which is I'm very content and happy about it. If you ask me how many pieces impressed me, we have already spoken about that. I've spoken about which piece we are impressed, but I also would like to mention about Edgery of Vacheron Constantin. I think that concept watch which they have done is also very, very impressive. And Edgery collection itself in a very lilac color, the purple color, was also very impressive. I love that watch as well. Yeah. I think there are so many watches that I cannot stop talking to you.
Yes, exactly.
Right from Zenith to Tag to Cartier to Panerai to Piaget to Montblanc to, I don't know, it just goes on. But yes, I must say that H. Moser is interesting. I also found Manufacture Royal very interesting.
Yes.
So I cannot forget that. I like watches from...
And David Gutton, the owner, the founder of the brand, is such a nice guy.
Such a nice guy, yes. You know David?
Yes.
Well. I don't know, yeah. Yeah, he's such a fantastic guy as well. Okay, thank you.
Anita, my pleasure.
Brice.
I came here for you today.
Thank you.
You were my
Merci
only
beaucoup.
appointment in Watches and Wonder. I really appreciate and enjoy the rest of your stay in Switzerland.
Thank you so much. You take good rest.
My pleasure.
For next week. And then, of course, we are in touch with each other.
Okay, Doc. And say bye to the public in India. Bye-bye, India.
Thank you, Brice. Thank you.
My pleasure.
That was all from my conversation with Brice Lechevalier. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed chatting. That wraps up our coverage from Watches and Wonders 2024. I'll be back soon. Until then, goodbye and stay tuned for more on Luxe Insider with Anita Khatri. Stay connected with me on my Instagram and YouTube channel.